Hi everyone, welcome to Adventures with Raven and Rowley. I'm Raven and this is Rowley. I wanted to film this outside, but my microphone died and the wind is blowing, so you wouldn't be able to hear a thing. So for the previous 5 years we've lived full-time in a Class A RV and then a fifth wheel. For the past 10 months, we've been living full-time in a 6x12 cargo trailer out in the wilderness. Last week, I talked about how I got scammed and other assorted stuff that happened that week. This week, I'll talk about the Desert Beautiful. It's a wonderful, beautiful desert. If you're curious, please join us on this journey and continue to watch. I took a walk this morning. I think living out here in the wild of nature in the desert is just so unbelievably cool. The mountains are magnificent, and if you'd figure looking at the mountains every day, the same mountains every day, that I would get bored with them. But every day, probably because of the way the sun shines at a different angle, or they're covered with clouds, or parts of it are covered with clouds, it makes a difference. Every single day, from hour to hour, it changes. It's just amazing. And sometimes the colors change, you know. I could sit and watch this stuff for days, months, years, easily. These mountain ranges are called the Spring and Ноpa Mountains. Mount Charleston, the highest peak in those mountains, is 11,916 feet. It doesn't look that big in this picture, does it? I look at it and admire it every single day. I mean, sometimes it looks like there's doors opening on the side of the mountain. Sometimes it looks like there's writing. It's just amazing. And as you know, I'll be going to, well, maybe you don't know. For those of you who've never been here before, welcome. But I'm going to Switzerland soon. And Mount Blanc in Switzerland is 15,774 feet. About 4,000 feet higher than Mount Charleston. But I don't care, it's gorgeous. I think that we are unbelievably lucky to be alive. I mean, you know, every animal, every bug, every plant, every mountain, everything has its own intelligence. And all of it wants to stay alive and all of it wants to grow, you know. And if it wants, all of it wants to be the best that it can be. You know, the best ant, the best mountain, the best cloud, the best rock, the best horse, the best whatever, you know. They want to be alive. And they take advantage of that, too. And I think being alive is a wonderful thing. They say that Rowley's type of dog should live somewhere around 18 years. That means I've got at least another 10 years to go in order to be old, you know, to get to old age. I've seen dogs his size and his type, more or less, a mutt, live for about 20 years. You know, why not? Why not? You know. I think people give up. I think they just stop wanting to live. It's not at the last minute either, like you would think. At least I would suspect that, you know, I would think that it would be the last minute choice. I'm giving it up now, but I don't think so. I think it's a long journey of life somewhere in there. You know, little by little, they give up. little bit by little bit, they stop trying, just give up. Of course, I'm a realist. And I I believe in science and such things. I'm also a religionist. So there's that too. And there's a hell of a lot of stuff that I don't know. And I will freely admit, I haven't got a clue about most stuff, actually, But that's my thought on the subject. Right now, I think people die because they give up. And that's my thought on the subject. Now, now I know that death is absolute, okay? I haven't even thought of it being inevitable. Of course you're going to die, and that is an absolutely nothing to do with my mindset. Okay, so thinking that people just give up and they die before their time, well, my goal is to, well, maybe you don't. My goal is to be at least 135 before I pass. And personally, considering the way science is going these days, since I'm a firm believer in science too, why not? But I think we are somehow the cause of our own demise, or that we choose it. I think that we choose it throughout life. Maybe it has to do with the way we eat. Fuzz. Maybe, it's what diseases we've contracted or what we've been born with, or, all of those things play a part, of course. But I think pretty much we choose. Somewhere along the line when we were kids, we think that 90 is old. Well, I never did. Mostly because most people in my family lived way longer than 90, So I expect to be a lot older. I mean, I look at people my age now, and they look old. I don't think I look old. I don't feel old, And I think that's a choice. Of course, it could be any of a million more ways that I can think of and list, and probably a million more that I hadn't even thought of, that could cause it. And I know on this planet that everything dies. Everything dies throughout the universe, Everything changes every single second of the day. And even the belief in time itself changes, So obviously, it's inevitable that we pass, and that's it. So my thought is, you ain't dead yet, So admire the beauty, participate in the beauty. This is the only earth we've got, and it's magnificently beautiful. What? Shh, 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 shh. The Rowley report. I never took Rowley to dog school. I just didn't. I don't know. He's been coming when called and responding as he should. Except when people come over to visit. He used to bark the whole time people were here. He was very unsocialized, Now he's okay with them here, but they need to sit and be quiet and not move. Don't make any hand gestures or anything, or he will remind them that they're not supposed to. He's just allowing them here. He's doing well, but he's getting socialized. Although he still won't let people pet him. Which is okay. Rowley is a one-person dog and wants to remain in a one-animal household. No other pets, no other, it's him, just him, okay? He still likes his crate and has continued to keep his toys in there most of the time, which is a good thing because, you get up in the middle of the night, you step on toys, He's a good dog. And he's good for me, too. And he likes walking in the desert too. So, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and share my videos, our videos, and click the like icon and the notification bell. And thanks again for your support. Take care of you and yours, and blessed be.